I think he said yow.
Yeah, how?
Yeah.
I didn't notice it's your guys' logo right there.
Isn't that cute? Brian's so creative. All right, hot slachel. Hot shootabooshlid. Let's see if that went.
I can't talk. I've had difficulties all morning.
Okay, try to ignore that. Let's take a look at this first page of our review. And it's between Charlie and Molly, Charlie and Mary. And let's try to go through this, and I would love to see how comfortable you guys are. I don't know if you want to take a couple minutes to try to look it over and see if you can get the gist of what's going on in the conversation. Remember, just, I don't know if anybody wants to use a highlighter to highlight some words that either highlight the ones you know or highlight the ones that you need help with. But let's take a couple minutes and look at that conversation. You don't want to lose the pen the way that I do? I tried using the pen to turn that heater off and it busted off the top. Oops. Are you ready for this? This is what Michael's sending all of us.
Oh.
Look at our faces. Oh my God.
Are these gonna be?
They're not going to be in the paper.
Okay. Well, at least put it together.
Oh, that one got me.
Well, I'm glad.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, speaking of that, we don't have this weekend to prepare. Get it done. Did you work on yours?
Nope. Nope.
I know, me neither. That's happening this week.
I told you about the panda thing, though, right?
Yeah.
What do you mean this week?
We
Isn't
don't
it
have this
next weekend?
Yeah.
So we have this coming weekend, and then it's the following. Okay.
Yeah.
Scared me.
Yeah, no. Well, yeah. But that's still, I don't know. It just seems like everything's so busy during the week, and then.
I got a laugh track at ours.
That is hilarious.
Oh, Lord.
It'd be like, what are they talking about here? It'd be like, Kiona, what was happening?
Oh, he did it. So he put Thomas, Mal, Tracy, Tana, Tilly, Lena, me, Sade, Tessa. I'm going to add you. I'm going to add you into that. So you can see it. Good times, good times.
I know, that's going to be some fun.
How's it feeling looking these over? So far, so good? I'm thinking Thursday and Friday are going to be good days for me, because we have stuff tonight, then we've got culture night on Tuesday, and then we've got canoe practice on Wednesday. So I think Thursday, Friday, and then the weekend. That's a lot. That's going to be a lot to do. I mean, if you think about how many hours we were there, that's a lot. Odessa, what do you have going on Thursday?
Possibly.
Okay. Just on standby. I'm all telling Joya that she's going to be here Thursday. No. Between Thursday and through the weekend, we're going to have to bust butt on our wool. So that'd be a good time to show you the process, because we have some stuff that's raw that we need to go through and skirt, right? Mm-hmm. Skirting is when you're separating it. Mm-hmm. And so we can show you the process, because we have stuff from beginning to end. And it's a lot.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
A lot of work. It's supposed to be nice, though.
Okay.
So good weather, I mean, we could set some tables up outside and...
That would be really cool.
Mm-hmm. And then brushing. We got to do half of our wool.
Dun, dun, dun. I have that panda spinner too,
That's awesome.
so that'll be helpful, because we can set that up right up there.
I probably want to set it up outside.
Mm-hmm. I think the plug-in right there, we should have an extension cord so we can, and it's kind of a downhill. Go right into the playground. Just kidding. Tella, if you're listening. No.
It's good for their yard, though.
Yep.
I want to go get some of that stuff. Put it in my yard.
Are there any words that we're getting caught up on? Or do we feel like we can go through this one?
Uquiots.
Uquiots. Which one are you on?
Callie, the second one on the bottom.
Oh, quahwats. Quahwats. Oh, I was like, wait a minute. No, that wasn't in there. Quahwats.
Does that help?
Eh?
Oh. Okay.
Quahwats. Quahwats.
Okay.
Quahwats. Do you feel like you're being more like visual since we've went to that training? Mm-hmm. Me too. I'm on me too. Really overdoing it.
Cut it out.
Too legit. It's a Monday.
Yeah, it is.
The only one that was on time was Nikita. Even I came running in.
I was extra early last Thursday, just so you all know.
Yeah.
Thursday too.
Did you?
Yeah. Oh no.
What? How far did you make it?
I made it to the parking lot.
Oh.
And then I'm like, there's nobody here.
That's your duh.
And then I looked and I'm like, ah, shit. It was fine though. I found stuff to do.
Yeah, I went got lunch. I was like, nice. Get to go get lunch
Yeah. What did I have to do? I think I went and got lunch too. I did. Oh yeah, I did. I went to Ryan's.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Achata.
So that worked out because he had the pulled pork tacos.
Achata. Achata. Let's talk wolf chud. Melissa. Are we ready? Do you need a pen? Do you want to write it?
Please.
Oh, are we ready-ish? Okay, who wants to be Charlie and who wants to be Molly? Charlie and Molly.
I'll be Charlie.
Charlie. So we got Charlie.
I can be Molly.
Molly. All right. Yeah, how?
Echo Quad
Echa Titigui, Molly Tzitsta.
U Us Head Chud or Todd Bod. What's this last one?
Joe.
Joe U Seedstad.
Hue. Oh. Are you good?
We're lost.
Hue Jo T Skoy Aligwood Discuss
Decossi.
Decossi. Tommy
Disda.
Dista T Debad.
Tu Yayus Chud Us Kol T or Todd Cussi.
Ooh, Chad
Owa.
Tu Yayus Cheth All T Quabal Die Hot Do or Dose
Dos.
or Dose Yayus Todd Cussi U Quack or U Quacks U Quackwats All T D CIUs.
Oh, Daiha.
Die hard.
Very
CIUs. All right, what were you guys talking about?
I asked Molly what's her name,
I told her my name was Molly.
Mm-hmm.
and then I said,
So that O is oh.
I forgot what that word meant.
Us hide.
Us hide.
Who remembers us hide?
Is that remember?
Close.
No.
Us
Is it no?
lachdo is remember. So
Oh, is it no?
yeah,
No.
Oh, okay.
I know.
Oh,
Your dad.
yeah.
I know your dad.
And then
So it's Joe T dots. So what would that be? Joe T
is your
dots.
dad?
Is Joe his name?
Okay.
I wrote that backwards. No.
Yeah. And then I said, no, Joe is, Cussie is
Uncle.
uncle. Joe is my uncle on my mom's side. Tommy is the name of my dad.
Hey.
And two Yayus. Two means past.
Yeah, I
So-
used to.
Work with
Hey.
your uncle.
Hey.
Okay.
And then I said, oh, cool, where?
Mm-hmm.
And then two Yayus. We worked at Cobalt.
Obalt,
Cobalt.
the resort.
Oh,
Or the hotel.
and then Die Hot. So very good dose Yayus. Like very good work.
Yeah. So dos, when you see the dos in front of a word, that means it's somebody who's skilled in this type of action. So a dosyaeus is somebody who's a good worker. Or dosyaeus is a worker. I apologize. I could say somebody could be a sot dosyaeus. Somebody could be a bad worker. I was thinking in my mind zagwat. Zagwat means like zagwat dosyaeus, like a really good worker, somebody who's known for being a good worker. But a dosyaeus is a worker, somebody who specializes in this type of activity. So when we talk about in our department, we are dos ugusalik. Dos ugusalik. People who specialize in creatively instructing others. Okay, sorry. Daithat dosyaeus tad kosi. So what was that one?
Was he saying he was very good worker? Or,
Yeah. Yep.
And then
Your uncle is a very good employee. Yeah, because a very good worker.
And then I didn't know what this word meant. The
Ukwahwat.
uquahwats.
Kwahwad means to help somebody. So kwahwats would be, that's why I was doing this to Melissa. Kwahwats. Help me. Kwahwats.
Oh, okay.
Ukwahwats altid siayus. Ukwahwats altid siayus.
He helped me
Mm-hmm. In my work.
in my
Yep.
work.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, very good.
Hey, diet hot. Diet hot. Any other questions on that one? Have fun with awat. Chadawat. Chadawat. Stabawat.
Stop.
That's like, what the heck? Stabawat. What the heck? Guadawa. Who the heck do you think you are? Using that awat is like adding that like emphasis and that sometimes that attitude when you're saying something. You could even say ladof chadof awacha, like almost like saying where the heck are you going? So adding in that awat, that can have some fun. That's very boo-boos. Like I imagine talking with Michelle, there's a whole lot of a what. Okay, second page. This is reviewing the order of prefixes, starting with gua. Next one, oo. And then reminder that in the columns, you're only going to use one or the other. You almost never, and I say almost never because you guys know my little spiel, you almost never will see those two at the same time because you're either talking about the future or you're talking about the past. Hlu and tu, next column, d and odd. So if we're talking about something that's yours and something that's mine, we're actually talking about ours, unless we're talking about something that's just yours or just mine. So you wouldn't use those at the same time. The S nominalizer, that duh is also a nominalizer. So you use either one or the other. Either you're nominalizing a verb, changing it from the verb run to the noun run, like maybe that's not the best one to use. Turning eat, the noun of eating, into, or the verb of eating into the noun food. You can use it just in that basic manner of changing a verb into a noun, or you can use that duh, which is going to be very specific for means by which, reason why, or place where. And then we have the oo, us, and la. Now, the first thing that I want you guys to do is make note on your paper, like make note right below the prefixes what they mean. So I'm going to give you a minute to look at those and tell me, what does gua mean? What does tu mean? What does slu? What does tu? What does d? What does odd? So go through and make note of what they mean, and then we'll go over the ones that we didn't get to go over enough to where it stuck with you. We ended up going to Despy.
On Thursday?
Yeah, that was probably the beginning. That was the beginning of my treat yourself mentality.
Where's this?
The bakery right near that softball field.
Aqua Socks right across.
Oh,
Yeah, their maple bars are small. They're huge. Maybe one for now, or half of it now, half of it for later.
oh, it's one of those places. Nice.
They got like novelty type donuts there, like the Captain Crunch on top, different cereals,
Oh, okay.
stuff like that.
You know, I still haven't even went to the Voodoo Donuts in Seattle yet.
Do they bring one up here? I thought
Yeah.
they were only in Portland.
Is it open now?
No? Yeah. It's been open, I thought.
Achada.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they opened it already.
Dang it, can't go to Oregon anymore.
You can still go to Oregon.
Psych.
I want to go check out the food trucks in Oregon. I heard that they've got some cool
They do.
spots.
There's a couple cool places that have like a Philly steak sandwich. Oh, so good. Like it's nice and juicy and tender like every time. And then the last time we tried some calamari. And it wasn't chewy or anything. It was nice and just, yeah.
Wait, calamari out of a food truck?
Yeah, I know. It was very,
Ooh, brave.
yeah. It was delicious though. It was worth it, definitely.
That's cool.
Yeah. Steve and I go down there in the summertime, so we find different places to go check out.
Nice.
That's fun though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. We usually have a lot of fun. It's just him and I that usually go, so then it's even better. Because then you don't have to hear anything. I want to go here.
My nephew, or when he tells me all the places to go try out. He'll send me a whole bunch of stuff. Because whatever he likes, I pretty much like too. I've figured out. We went to, oh God, it was a burger place in Everett that we went to. And he goes, I'm gonna get this. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna get a bacon cheeseburger because I don't know this place. He's all, Auntie, you should really try this. I was like, I'll take a bite of yours. He goes, okay, get it. It's like, holy crap, I go, that is good. Like the last few times that he's gotten stuff, I've liked it. I was like, okay, whatever you like, I like. So you just let me know where to go eat. So he sends me a whole bunch of stuff
Oh,
to go try out.
that's awesome.
TikTok showed me that there's a taco truck in Kent that we need to go to. They do mashed potato bowls, like twice. So it's a baked potato, and then they do something to it that looks really, really good.
Road trip.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, office. I'm gonna be a bit late coming back. The class did a field trip. It's very important. Definitely related. Bye.
Added on to our Las Vegas field trip.
Hey. Nikita, did you watch the video on that one?
I did. I was like, man, they're really excited about Vegas. And then you were like, it's great to use because there's so much stuff. I was like, okay. That's awesome.
Okay, how are you guys doing on the prefixes? That good? What is the gua? I didn't know this fell out. That's what I get for swinging around.
Oh man,
I didn't even see
I
it.
There we
didn't
go.
either.
What is gua?
Please, polite, please.
These last ones are gonna go over here. Gua. Gua, what type of things do we see that one pop up in? Gua.
Like asking for things.
Action.
Asking.
Oh, that's what. Yeah, that's pretty much. Yeah.
Asking. So I heard you guys say please. So we do use gua for please, like gua abits, please hand something to me. And then it's also it's used in that question. You see it in the question format a lot. Us chat chuff u qui guads, so that gua blended with the odd guads. So that one is used in questions. And also the please. I need a different paper because I put that one up on the board. What about ooh? We just talked about this one briefly. Ooh. Ooh. This is one like an activity that is habitual. Like this is something that you're doing all the time. Alti bak slacheo u chad. Let me grab that book because it has the ooh in it. Alti bak slacheo u tit abchad. Every day I take a bath. So this is something that is an everyday action. This is something that I'm always doing. And then this book goes through all of those actions. Altibak slachel ukachad charat itab. Every day I habitually wake up in the morning and I take a bath. Ut agu subchad. I always wash my face. it's not, I don't want to say always, but it's like that habitual action, an action that is something, it's part of your routine. It's something that tends to happen over and over. We also have another prefix that's not listed on here that is also kind of like it's almost like a series of actions. Kind of like the la, but we'll get to that one. So tu is something that's a habitual action, something that takes place over and over. This is the routine. Ooh. 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 Okay, what about hlu? Hlu. Hlu.
Towards? No.
Future.
Future.
Oh, okay.
Future. Hlu. Which means to is
Past.
past. What is d? My possessive. And what about odd? Your. The s
His or hers?
at the beginning.
Ah, shit. But
Close. If it's at the front, it's a nominalizer. So it's like turning a verb into a noun. And then duh.
yes. I was sounding it out to try to smell it.
The duh has the 3. We've used it when we're talking about locations for place where, means by which, and reason why. There's a saying that the late Dave Spencer Sr., he has a song on our website that's called Di Sahwa, This Is Why I'm Here. It's a really pretty song. And he created this beautiful piece of art that we use for our tribal certification endorsement, where he just did this very beautiful visual to go along with that. But that dah, that's a good representation of the reason why. This is why I am here. And then means by which. You could say ti ilbi ti da ulush chash. A canoe is the means by which we ulush, travel by water.
Oh.
Who remembers old Tootie Too Hawk when we were talking about some of the prefixes? What does the oo, what type of verb does an oo get attached to? Ooh. Not that one, if it's the prefix. The prefix. So remember these dashes, these are prefixes are all getting attached to the front of the word. So a oo verb is one that takes place in a limited space. So if we were playing cards, we could say oo ukwuk. Oo ukwuk. We are playing oo ukwuk. If we were sitting here enjoying some food, oo ashad. Oo ashad. If we were going to act like this is a book. If we were reading through a book, oo tulalip. Oo tulalip. It's action in a limited space or an activity that has a definite beginning and an end. If you're cooking, ukuksu, ukuksu. I'm going to start cooking and then I'm going to finish once the food's ready. So that oo is for an action that is in a limited space or something that has a very definite beginning and end. Like a task that has a beginning and an end. You know that if you're going to read a book, you're going to pick up a book, you're going to read through it, and then you're going to put it down. And the thing that I like to remind people is that oo can have movement actions. Like when we go to the gym and we're going to get on the machines, u-abush could be walking in a limited space. If you're on a treadmill, you're going to u-abush. That's what's going to help people understand that when you went to the gym, u-abush chud, I was walking in this limited space. Or there's the track at the YMCA, so you could la-abush, which is a movement from place to place. So we're skipping down to the la. So you can la-abush, a movement from place to place, or you could u-abush. I'm in this limited space right here, and this is where I'm doing that action. That could be for abush, walking. That could be for sahwab, jumping. So like jumping on a trampoline. That's in a limited space. You're not jumping anywhere else. Or if you're playing a game and you're jumping along doing something, then that's going to change to the la. And then the us, who remembers us? Prefix for verbs. We are all doing it right now. Us. What are we doing? Squidil. We are squidil. This is the position of our bodies. Squidil. So the us can be for body position, or it could be for feelings. So when we look at our feelings, us obil, us chesh, us bop, us tagwa, us takwo, us huakwil, us chetzel, us bihlaab. You notice all of those us prefixes because that's our state of being. That's our feelings. So our feelings or our body position. So us guadil, us kis, us, I believe us hlakagwil is laying down. But those are your reminders for some of those prefixes. We want to think about those when we move on to the next part. So does everybody feel good about those, or do you guys have any questions on our review of the prefixes? I'm running into this area where, especially after we attended that training, like there's that fine line of overstating things so that you understand it versus just utilizing it. So I'm like running into that. It almost feels like a split in the road. Like, which way do we want this to go? Do we want to feel competent in being able to speak by the end of this? Or do we want to feel competent in being able to understand every grammatical piece of it? So if you guys see my internal struggle, it's because I'm trying to figure out how can we do both of these things without leaning too heavy on one or the other. All right, so let's move on to the following sentences. Make corrections if necessary and translate them into English. So let's go over this first one. We're looking at the order of prefixes as well as are we utilizing the correct prefixes. So this first one says, Hue qui gua hlus de hibob. Yeah. Yep. Which prefixes do we notice? Gua. Okay. Hlu. Is the root, and what is this one talking about? Go. Going to or go to. What other prefixes? S. Leaving us with D. Okay, so we have four prefixes that we need to get in the right order. Which one should come first if we're looking at our chart? Gua. Which one should be next? If we're looking at our chart. Hlu. And what's next? Do I hear somebody hissing at me? Hwe qui gua shluds a. Hwe qui gua shluds a, hibob. What is this sentence saying? We haven't gone over the negatives with going to, but we did review negatives. So I'm hopeful that this feels familiar. Hwe qui gua shluds a, hibob. So we said future, my, going to, but we're using a negative. So what are we trying to say right here?
No, we're not going to the Hibob.
My not going to the Hibob.
There is not my going to Hibob. I'm not going to go to Everett. I'm not going to go to Everett. However you want to put that in good English. But there is not my future going to Hibob. I'm not going to Everett. Hwe qui gua shluds a, hibob. Hwe qui gua shluds a, hibob. I was getting tongue-tied just with needing to switch that S and that D. When I was even trying to say it the first time, hwe qui gua shluds a. Like, it was a bit of a struggle. So this is what we're going to do through all of these sentences. Oh, no. No, we're not. It's 51.
Oh, dang it.
Oh.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow we will. Ooh, hoya, we're done.